Let's just do it. Good morning, savages. Welcome to Monday on the 21st day of November. Thank you so much, everyone, for telling me about last week. Apparently, it was Trans Awareness Week, and I didn't even know it. Biden Biden didn't invite me to the White House or anything like that, so how would I have known? Anyway, let's go
Wait,
on through. What?
wait. Were you not aware of Transgender Week?
I wasn't aware of it.
It's Transgender Aware Week at that.
Well, awareness, I wasn't aware of shit. So, good morning, Lady Ninja and King of Casual, a sagacious owl. Good morning. Good morning to, Lady Ninja, did I already say good morning to you? See, I'm forgetting already. Pitbull Doorbell, good morning. Oh, let's see. These corneas. Alright. Going on down, going on down. You guys are talking, and that's wonderful. Let's see, some guy from Maine, good morning. And then we've got lovely Creepy Joe with his hand on some dude's knee. I don't understand why. Thank you, Pitbull, for these wonderful memes and stuff. Do not light off ordinances in cow pies and then stand next to the cow pie. That's just not going to work correctly. Yes, when aiming your vehicle at the target, do make sure that you have zeroed your sights and calibrated your vehicle accordingly. And good morning, Zarg, and good morning, Kid Seville. All right, so let's see. Moving on in, I have not seen this yet, but apparently CNN really wants us to know what is going on with this child spraying lantern flies. So let's see what the hell the thing that we need to focus on is.
Hi. How are you? What's going on?
There's a little black woman walking and spraying stuff on the sidewalks and trees on Elizabeth and Florence. I don't know what the hell she's doing. It scares me though.
Do you have any clothing description or anything?
She's a real small woman, real tiny. She's got a hood on. You can't miss her.
Hi. How are you? What's going on? Is that your mom? What's that? Oh, what are you using to sponsor? You're trying to catch him? Is this your mom coming down the street? Okay. Someone just called in and said that she was alone spraying something on the grass.
She's catching the
I see that.
tell Gordon I said thank you.
Oh, you know Gordon?
Just really well.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just get your information?
Sure.
I'm
Monique
sorry.
Joseph. Are you serious?
Yeah, I guess he saw it. I'm not sure.
Does he not live across
I
the
saw
street
it
from
too,
me?
and I thought, wow,
Yeah.
she's doing a school project.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
else helped her. She's
Right.
like, just getting the lantern. She's
Okay.
like, Mommy, the tree's
Oh,
infested.
she's obviously fine.
We are across
You're
the
obviously
street.
next door neighbors.
Yeah. I yelled
Okay.
good morning to his right.
Right.
No.
No, you're not in trouble.
How many did you kill? How many trees did you save?
They're bad. It's water. She's catching lantern flies.
Is she really?
She said she lives right here. Yeah, she's catching lantern flies. All right, I'll see you later.
Racism, intentional or not, is still racism. I'm not here to label anyone, only to share my point of view as a Black woman, a Black mother, and a Black resident in this town.
She was not only doing something amazing for our environment, she was doing something that made her feel like a hero.
It takes a village.
Okay, so we're not going to label anyone, but they just stood there and just labeled themselves all over the place. Is this really what's going on in Good Morning, Salty Mad Jamison? Is that really what is going on? on CNN. And then when I try to refresh the page, it goes to shook me profoundly. Michelle Obama shares her thoughts on Trump 2016 win. Are we still dealing with 2016 in Michelle's mind or something like that? What the hell is going on? This child
Rent
was...
free.
Pardon me?
Rent free.
They're just...
living rent free in all their heads still.
Between these people... I mean, CNN, come on now. It's like more top... This is a top story. We've got all this stuff going on in the world. And they needed to pull out the race card quickly. The gays are being killed in Colorado by a shooter who they do not want to identify, apparently. And it's just, what the hell? Anyway.
He's been identified. Andy No had a picture of him on his Twitter.
Oh, really?
Night.
Let's go find out. Twitter. Because, you know, Twitter. And then let me see, it would be at Andy No.
Yeah, it's your classic 21-year-old white kid that he had so many problems and
ties to MAGA. Oh.
Okay. So let's see, August 18th, June 4th. Am I even on the correct... Am I even on Andy's actual... Is this... That's not a real Andy No. Ugh. These damn blue check marks. This is why people don't know what's going on, because who knows who is who? I don't know where Andy No is. Okay, I'm just going to take your word for it that it was some 21-year-old white kid who just got his ID, so he went into a bar. I don't know. Here, let's go look at other kids, I guess. This crap I'm about to show you is just crazy. Apparently, with the number of people who are trying to detransition, now social media is launching these kids into an anti-detrans movement. So we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna like run some commentary. Let me just turn up the volume a little bit.
Text reads, detransitioners make me so angry it's actually insane. No one cares that it was a phase for you. We don't care at all. Stand.
Okay, so right off the bat, you've got these people coming after detransitioners saying, we don't care if it was a phase for you. It's like, whatever happened to your lived experience being valid? That's one of my questions.
Paul brothers, don't let these anti-trans psyops get to you. You are transgender. Raise your flag high. Also, I'm so tired of seeing turfy-ass detransitioners. I don't care you detransition. I don't care you thought you were a boy, but actually just had heaps of internalized misogyny / homophobia. Go heal on your own, because all you're doing is spreading harmful rhetoric that harms trans kids / Transphobes say do not take hormones. Misinformation. Me, who had to read over 4 pages of info before treatment.
So these people are upset that people who have gone through the gender affirming process are now describing what the medical aspects and consequences actually are. And good morning. Who is that in the background making all that noise? I'm going to find out. Is that Kid Seville? Is it you, Maine? Maine. Okay. Yes.
Typing.
Oh,
Sorry.
I didn't even like say good morning. Pitbull, Doorbell, The Gray Man, 45-1 Actual, Maine, and Kid Seville are in the Jitsi. Good morning.
Hey, I wanted to chime in on that last one about the shooting.
Yes.
Apparently, he had been on the FBI's radar for over a year because of an attempted bombing or something like that.
So the kid who
and they never charged him for it.
Well, isn't that
I dropped the link in the Jitsi chat, Kevin. The only article I've seen was from BBC so far.
Okay, let me
But they gave his name.
Let me copy that link and put it in the queue.
Yeah, I didn't even hear it. They wouldn't even give his name when I heard the report. I just heard he was on the FBI's list for attempting to do a pipe bomb or something like that a year previously. And I'm like, okay, if he was on their list, then why in the hell didn't they stop him before?
Well, I have an idea. I have an idea.
Me too. They gave him the gun and told him where to point and shoot.
No, it goes back to earlier when you were showing a video of Josh Hawley ripping Chris Ray apart and saying, you're putting your agents just towards like fake shit instead of actually focusing on real shit. And here's a great example.
Yeah, that is very true. I never thought about it that way.
Man. Well, we will get to that. This video is about 7 minutes long. One moment.
This is directed at the KC person, but I'm mainly going to be talking about what they posted on Twitter. I'm sorry, but what did you expect taking testosterone would do? Did you just ignore everything your doctors and the warning labels, said?
They don't give you a lot of information. At least when I was going through my gender affirmation, they never told me about all the actual consequences of what it would do. Going from a male existence to a pseudo-female existence, they never told me all of the consequences or negative side effects. I mean, they told me some things about stroke and weight gain possibilities or blood clot possibilities, but they did not describe the psychosocial aspects. They did not describe what would happen when I went into female spaces. They did not describe how biological women may be victimized by a biological male parading around as a female in their spaces. And they certainly didn't give me a heads up. Oh, by the way, women often bring their kids into changing rooms. So, yeah, it goes beyond just testosterone. And then looking at this woman or girl or whatever, I don't even know how old this person is. But, yeah, you're not a dude. Anyway.
You chose
Okay,
to
I've been
start
trying for 44 years to grow a full beard. How can a female grow a mustache that quick?
I don't know. I don't know this person's, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they're getting their hormones. I don't know what kind of treatments they might be going through. So I don't know.
That's one of the things I found the most insane. It's like I grew up my whole life never really having to shave my face, but like maybe once a month because I can't grow facial hair like that. And then all of a sudden you got these people that are trans converted sexes, and it's a female and she's got a full beard, and you're like, how?
Well, part
So I
of it's
didn't know if you knew a secret for me to grow a beard or not.
no, I'm not a dermatologist. I don't know. I don't know how to help you with your
They told me
follicular
to
activity.
deal with it.
What's up?
They told me to deal with it.
I do not know how to induce facial follicular activity. Sorry.
testosterone. You started testosterone to transition and then got upset when the testosterone was doing what you started testosterone for? What did you...
Okay, right here, this little bitch is blaming the patient for not being fully informed on the treatment that they were given, that she was given, you know, for the females who undergo female to male. They don't tell you everything. So we've got this child scolding publicly people who have gone through the gender affirmation process without 100% transparent information on what the fuck this was going to do to them. So this person is patient blaming.
What did you think testosterone was gonna do? We're gonna take a look at that screenshot again. Hold on. This isn't trendy. This is reality. Wake up. If you started testosterone because it was trendy, that's your fault, not the media's. It's literally...
Yeah, it's never the media's fault. It's never the fault. It's like, why did you start why did you start testosterone? Let me ask you that. It's like, do you really think that you're pulling off being a boy? It's like, do you know what the standards are for men? They want their men to be, like when I say they, it's like typically women on social media want their men to be around 6 foot tall. It's like, I'd put you at about maybe 5'2". You're not going to make it as a man, and your shoulders are way too narrow. It's like, you'll never be a man. It's like, what did you think was going to happen when you started taking testosterone?
Literally a medication.
Attempting to explain to detransitioners that just because HRT didn't go well for them, it doesn't mean it's bad for everyone and nobody should be restricted from accessing necessary health care as a result.
It's not necessary. There are so many other things which can be done regarding psychology instead of changing your biochemistry and making irreversible cosmetic surgeries to your body. I'm just saying.
Hey, another detransitioner is posting about the dangers of HRT that they consented to.
Why don't we just kill these fucking people?
It's just
That person right there, her response is to kill people who are detransitioning, who are telling their stories. This is on social media. This is promoted. All right? This wants to kill people who are detransitioning and telling their stories.
Why don't we just kill these fucking people?
it's just
Detransitioners saying transitioning is mutilation. Do y'all think detransitioners are aware that they could detransition privately without becoming a straw man for conservatives? I'm glad you had your journey and all, but don't kick us in the shins on your way out the door.
People like me aren't trying to kick people who are transitioning in the shins. People like me are telling the story of what actually happened during our journey, and it didn't end well. The marketing was completely incongruent with the results, and the social, oh, what does one say? I've already mentioned going into female spaces and realizing how that goes. It is not empowering to me to go into a female space and to make biological women uncomfortable. It felt very, what is the word? It felt like I was a predator, and I did not feel empowered. I felt like I was victimizing people with my very presence, and that was not explained. It's like it is not. How do I even say it? In the the current psychiatric venue, they tell you that you're being too critical of yourself, that what you're seeing is not real, that you're really not victimizing women. That's what they try to tell us. It's like I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Part of
So
the
I can just let my hair out of my ponytail and brush it and just walk into a bathroom then, and it's not victimization.
today you can somehow, with the way that things are going, a man can just
I'd
identify.
expect somebody to kick me in my dick,
Well, that would be a hate crime.
but it's common courtesy not to walk into a woman's bathroom. I understand where you're coming from.
Predators don't
I've had
care.
that group of females that thought I was that creepy dude when all I was trying to do was be nice or something. Never like what you were talking about, where you're going to the restroom or something that you needed to do.
Well, it's not just
But
that. It's also like changing areas. It's like I was, during my gender affirmation, I was instructed that I was now allowed to go into female spaces. And I didn't,
you were
I had,
uncomfortable going into even the changing rooms.
I had mental issues with going into female spaces. There were, I even had like a certain kind of protocol I would do is I would send in like if I had a female acquaintance with me or a female relative with me, I would ask the female person to go into the changing area first and make sure it was clear for me to enter. And then we would use these like bird calls to let, like, she would send a bird call to me, like, she would go, like, Kikariti or something like that to alert me that a biological female was about to enter the space. So I could get things environmentally. Really? With all the background noise, really?
Sorry, I thought I was muted when I.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, I had protocols I would engage in order to keep in order to prevent biological females from feeling threatened by my presence, because it had become evident to me that females are not okay with biological men, regardless of transition in their spaces, especially when they don't look like women. I mean, we're talking like post-op, we're talking like, you can only do like so much. I didn't have my face beat up and broken, so my face never achieved that full feminine look. It's like my body can never achieve a full feminine look. It's like in the nude, it's pretty fucking obvious that I'm a biological man with missing parts and cosmetic features. That's not, I guess you just have to be there. Anyway. Good morning, Atomic Blonde.
It makes sense.
Oh, it was just, it's that these influencers, these social media influencers on TikTok are trying to villainize people who have been through the process and realize the affirming process is a lie.
Because they're being paid, probably, or they're just really that deeply brainwashed, one or the other.
You made your mistake. That was your mistake, not everybody else's. Just because you took the quiz and got a question wrong doesn't mean everybody else is going to get that same question wrong. Don't cry.
This little bitch is, again, patient blaming. The thing is, like, if you're not given all the information, how the fuck are you going to take the quiz and score 100 if you're not even educated on what the fuck you're about to do to yourself? So, again, these kids are the ones who are trying to groom other kids. This is how grooming works.
Because that was your misunderstanding, not everybody else's.
Yeah, because, the experts are the ones who gave us the information which we fucking misunderstood.
Okay? Just because you got that question wrong doesn't mean that question should get taken off the quiz, because it is rather important for your understanding and learning.
Randall, there is a cow outside.
There's a cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside.
That one guy on Twitter, when taking testosterone for 5 years, didn't turn him into the soft anime boy of a yaoi dating sim. Detransitioners blaming the entire trans community for their lack of research toward a very powerful body-altering hormone.
I'm not blaming the whole trans community. I'm saying the experts who gender affirm me, even after the 3rd month when I said I want to stop the protocol, convinced me to continue. This is pre-orchiectomy. And at the 5-month mark, I again said I wanted to stop because I wasn't comfortable with the transition. But I was further affirmed and psychologically coddled into continuing to the point of undergoing surgery to remove testes, which there was nothing wrong with them. There was no cancer, there were no growths, there were no tumors or anything. I was undergoing deep states of psychological stress, trying to escape my current situation. And for some reason, the psychiatrist put it in my head that I was transgender, and the gender affirming process would fix all of those mental maladies. Fast forward, it did not.
Sounds more like gender affirming brainwashing.
It is definitely, I will say this, even the people who are currently in my gender care team blame me for the situation I'm in, and do not want to hear it when I turn back around and say, well, it was from experts like you of whom I gained the information to put myself in this situation. So we can cycle talk this all day. The point is that I didn't make the rules nor the pamphlet for gender affirmation. And good morning, Laura de Goddess. They didn't supply the full breadth of information. And now we've got young TikTokers out here calling for our death and blaming us because we want to tell the truth on how this shit works out.
This new wave of detransitioners coming out of the woodwork, I think we need to remind people not to just like blindly support these people, because if you look beneath the surface, it's pretty easy to tell if these motherfuckers are transphobic or not. Literally, all you have to do is go to the comment section and see what kind of comments they're liking, see what kind of comments they're allowing to be posted on their content. It's very fucking simple to find them. If you're a detransitioner who claims to be supportive of trans people still, you really need to start calling out people who use your stories as fuel for their transphobia. So many detransitioners don't do that shit, and it's really shitty, you know? It's hard for us to trust y'all. Like, you guys wonder why we don't...
It's really shitty of people like me to go and tell the truth. It's really shitty that people like me are being used, apparently, by people in the conservative movement. It's really shitty. Pardon me? Yes?
I trust you more because you're honest about what's going on and how you feel about it than any of these TikTokers that are doing it just for clicks.
These people, I don't know what their motives are. However, they are young and they are just beginning to go through the process, this chemical alteration. When they find out that their body parts don't work the way that they thought they were going to work, like, sure, they might start expressing the characteristics of the gender they're trying to espouse. However, give it a few more years, and when their body parts start malfunctioning, they'll probably think differently. This one right here, I don't know what's going on with all these detransitioners coming out of the woodwork. It's because we're telling people that it's bullshit. They're experimenting on us. They don't know what they're doing. They can't guarantee the end result. And the end result often requires numerous surgeries, lots of pain and recovery. And the pain in and of itself can be psychologically traumatizing. It's like all they're doing is adding trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. We're not talking about people who are born in ambiguous bodies. We're not talking about people who were born with malformation. We're talking about healthy individuals and kids, in this case, who have poor, oh, is that even the correct word? They've got dysmorphia. They are looking at their bodies, and for one reason or another, they don't love themselves enough to accept who they are. And so currently in science, there is a pathway to change what you look like, but that doesn't change your insides. And once you start down this pathway, yeah, your insides will start changing, and shit can go sideways very quickly. I would be curious to know if this individual, I don't know if this is a boy or a girl at this point, but I'd be very interested to find out later in life if this person ends up having, it changes their tune. Let's see how well this ages. I mean, really.
necessarily have good feelings towards detransitioners is because most of them are snakes.
Detransitioners are so annoying, I swear to God.
Yeah, because we look at people like this who are obviously transitioning because it's a kink. It's like, this is not a woman. This is not what, it's like, unless you're at the club, it's like, this is not how I see women.
That's club gear.
Yeah, this is a
100%.
kink. It's a fetish. This is what they're doing. They're enacting their fetish. The reason why they're so upset is because we're calling out fetishists along with groomers. And they don't know how to keep shit in the bedroom anymore. It's like there's no fucking moral compass, apparently, in some of these people. They don't understand what modesty is. They don't understand what privacy is. And they want to be very open, and they want everyone else to be very open too. It's It's ill. And they want to push
Hey.
this on kids. Pardon me?
Hey,
Yeah.
if I didn't know that my son was like this or something for some reason, and one of my buddies was watching the same shit that I do currently and saw this come up because somebody was talking about it and then brought it to my attention, and then I went and watched it, man, I'll tell you, I'd probably be in jail.
Why? Because you go and have a talk with your son about this?
I don't know what I would do. I don't know. I'd fucking lose my mind.
Well, let's keep in mind that Title IX is trying to take away parental rights so that parents can't actually parent their child, and they're trying to turn this kind of stuff over to the state, especially in
Well,
California.
wasn't the shooting in that Colorado club basically to try to make it a hate crime to even talk negatively about any of the LGBTQ and especially the trans community?
I don't know. We're going to have to get to that story. All right, I'm going to continue this one, but keep that question in mind.
Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep...
Okay, so that one right there was some individual who has clearly damaged their body all over their face, looks at themselves in the mirror and says, "Let me pierce everything and let me mutilate my face." Another person is trying to give their experience of what the hormones did and how they lost their hair, and it has further damaged their self-image. And instead of, like, listening, perhaps this person, the only response is shut up. Okay, that's what we're getting currently.
Never heard of it. Am I supposed to care?
You know I'm the face of the city, bitch. That's why you mad.
I despise a lot of detransitioners because 50% of the time after they realize they're not actually trans, they immediately become transphobic.
Or, in my case, I was diagnosed with internalized transphobia before they even started me on hormones, which is very interesting that they would go and take somebody with internalized transphobia by their own diagnosis and then go and turn them into a transgender person. How does that compute? Tell me that's not sadistic freaking experimentation. You know someone
It's
has
very sadistic.
You have somebody who you've diagnosed with a psychological bent towards an irrational fear, and then not only expose them to what you've diagnosed them with as an irrational fear, but then convince them to undergo irreversible surgical procedures. Just think about that for a moment. But, these kids, they have all the answers.
Yeah, looking at all these Gen Zers explains Fetterman.
Wait a minute, what?
Seeing all these Gen Zers explains Fetterman getting elected.
Ugh.
I shit all over a tranny on Twitter this weekend.
Well, can we see it later?
Sure.
Did you use firecrackers?
No.
Okay.
It was just common sense, and then of course, the tranny devolved into, "Oh, you're making fun of me. You must want to have sex with me," and so I made him look like a fucking retard.
I'm very interested in hearing about this. All right, here we go.
Transitioners.
Okay, so suddenly there's this new wave of detransitioners spewing propaganda and false information about the trans community. That one guy on Twitter, and then I just saw a video, and it's like someone talking about how Big Pharma is pushing out the idea of gender dysphoria to young girls who hate their bodies. The detransitioner to alt-right pipeline is so fucking real. Like, nearly every detransitioner I've come across is, like, alt-right.
Yes, I'm so alt-right. I'm so alt-right that my husband is a lefty progressive and we're happily married. And my story is, I guess, to this person is 100% fabricated. Nothing about my story is authentic. even though I'm just living my truth. Yes, yeah, you make sense, my dear. My dear.
Like, just because you had a bad experience with being trans doesn't mean I will.
No, it just means that you might. And you're also defending Big Pharma in the process. Don't think I didn't miss that. I totally caught you earlier in your TikTok talking about Big Pharma. And what you're doing is you are protecting Big Pharma from what Big Pharma is pushing onto young people. So thank you for white knighting for Big Pharma. They don't care about you. Whether you live or die, you're just a dollar sign to them. So, yeah, if that's all right, so be it. It's truth.
And they ignore people say don't speak over the trans community when you're not trans. Yeah, but anyway.
I'm trans. I will always be trans. I have lost the makeup. I think you guys have realized I've changed some things around. Fuck it. That's just part of my nature. I'm going to change things around, but I'm done with the makeup and all that shit. It's like it's pointless. It's tiresome. It is ugh. It's like, I suppose if I invested, like, if I had my skin, let's say this, if I had my face peeled off and the bones broken in my chin, bones broken in my cheeks, if I had my jaw snapped and realigned, and then had my brow shaved off, like, you know, had bone cut and all that shit, and then had my face restitched, my hairline adjusted and all that for, like, you know, maybe $90,000. I might be a little bit more invested. The thing is that when I started seeing all the negative side effects of the gender affirming care, there's no fucking way I'm gonna have my fucking face peeled off and have my skull busted to look more like a woman when the other parts that were promised to me never materialized. So why the fuck would I go and further destroy my body? Okay, yeah, that's very alt-right.
Anyway, I hate these guys. I hate them so much. I hate them with, like, all of my being.
Yes, this person...
Did that thing just assume everyone's gender?
Yes.
I hate these guys. Oh, how dare you use that word?
Hates all of them.
Guys?
Hates them with, like, all my being.
Oh my god.
That's a pretty powerful thing. And so it's like, okay, so we've got these little gender Nazis running around, not only wanting to kill us, but they're actually being promoted on TikTok that if you go against this transition movement, you will be hated. Okay, so be it. Bring it, bitch.
No, I'm in the face of the city, bitch. That's why you mad.
And that video was specifically directed towards transphobic detransitioners and transitioners that use their experience against trans people. That's why the caption says, "Detransitioners, shut up. You were never trans. You don't understand."
Yeah. No, we just go through the experience and actually go through the processes and everything. We don't understand shit. We don't understand a damn thing. It's like, no, it's just like, you know, we've only, you know, like for me, it's been over 7 years from the start. I mean, that's why the tombstone down there in the lower left.
Right.
Has
And
the
these
dark...
12-year-olds that are sitting here bitching on TikTok have a great idea about life and the intricacies of, you know,
and how that all works.
Life.
Yeah, they know exactly how this all works. They know the exact outcome of all of this. Yeah, they're brilliant scholars. They have so much experience anyway.
Right. Yep.
And it's always like ex-trans mask individuals who are coming out about being like detransitioning. Oh my god, I'm just so surprised that I have male pattern baldness. I thought I wouldn't get it even though my brother has it, and my dad has it, and my uncle has it. Like, please. Like, I'm glad you're happy, but be fucking for real.
They are being fucking for real. They're not happy with the results. That's reality.
I can't understand how any of these people are happy with the results just looking at them.
They're not. It's like no one goes and destroys their face so much. I mean, and then we got this one with a little Wiccan and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you're going through your emo phase, but the scars that you're putting on your body, those are permanent. You can't remove a scar with another cut. It's like all you're going to do is make another scar. It's like you're fucked. It's like you're going down this road. You can't come back from this. You're fucked.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. What's up? What's up?
Y'all signed up for this, by the way. I signed up for this. I'm handsome.
You're handsome to somebody, and yeah, we signed up for it because the experts gave us information without giving us all the information. It's like when you're given incomplete information along with being called stunning and brave and getting positive reinforcement along the way, you make really stupid decisions based on lack of information. That's how that works. So, happy whatever you have when I don't know how many surgeries you're going to go through, but you look like the kind of tranny who's probably going to go and get the phalloplasty and have a really good time with your revisions, sir, because yeah, you don't look like you're going to be able to afford to get what's coming up next. And I imagine the taxpayer is the one who's going to be paying for this individual to go and live their authentic life somehow.
Do not speak for the trans community because you are unhappy with what hormones has done
Yeah, if you have a negative experience, shut up.
to you. I'm sorry that you have no confidence. And whatever Twitter that this dude, the 20-year-old girl, have created.
That dog wants to get the fuck away. I just want to point that out, rewind just a little bit. The body language of this dog and the look on this face and all this shit.
20-year-old girl have created is harmful to the trans community, and the white privilege that you have just exemplified is extremely harmful and just shows your ignorance.
Yes, because I'm white. Yes. My color, my skin color, and my gender expression are very much somehow, I don't know, intertwined. And because I am having difficulties, like actual medical difficulties with this experience, I should just shut up because I'm harming the trans community. Bitch, please.
Your language is harmful to our trans youth. Fuck your turf mentality.
Yeah, this is being promoted now. I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but this stuff's being promoted now.
Yeah, the White House is hiring these people.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Not
like-
all of them. I can't prove all of them, but they're like the influencers. They have these people to the White House, and they're like, "Quick, run a shelter for the big pharma fucking conglomerate." You know what I mean? Like you gotta get out there and call these people traitors and shame them. This is the same exact thing that they did to anti-vaxxers the years running up to the COVID fucking pandemic, right? They'd already planted the seed that if you're against getting a jab in your arm, no matter how experimental or how little testing has been done, that you're some kind of fucking freak. And so now what they're doing is they're preparing for the large movement of people who are like, fuck this. This has ruined my life. I don't know what to do. And so they're setting the stage, letting everybody know that if you go against the grain and you're like, oh shit, I don't like this, I need to go back to being a normal human being again, then you're some kind of fucking loser. You're a traitor. You're a fucking transphobe.
Yes.
Like they use that word like, oh, they're scared of trannies because they want to detransition. Like, what the fuck, you idiots?
Yeah, that's exactly where it is. I'm very afraid of leaving my hair grown out. I'm very afraid of wearing women's clothing. I'm very afraid of doing the cosmetic changes to my body. Good morning, American Dreams. Yes, I'm very afraid of everything I've experienced. It has nothing to do with the physical
seem super
limitations.
scared.
It
You
has
seem
nothing-
super scared,
Ironically, a
dude.
gay bar gets shot up.
Pardon me?
It said, ironically, a gay bar gets shot up by some person once again on a federal watch list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
So it has nothing to do with, the actual consequences
all
of what happens.
Marketing campaign, and they don't care who they kill to sell the idea.
It's experimentation, and they're selling experimentation without a roadmap of how any of this works. Let me share that on Saturday while I was making dinner, I received a phone call from my gender care team. They told me I need to come in and actually make a physical presence. The reason why is because testosterone is a controlled substance. And without me physically being present to be evaluated, they won't give me the testosterone. So I said, so you mean my body once upon a time produced this natural controlled substance? I was convinced to make alterations to my body to clear up a psychological issue which has not resolved. And now you're telling me that I can't have who I was biochemically prior to this experiment because the hormone is regulated. That's where I am today. Anyway, that's
Weird.
what happened. That's what happened over the weekend. Yes, the stew was amazing. However, the phone call was fucked up. All right, and good morning,
I get
American
Longhorn Steakhouse tonight.
Oh.
And I don't even have to pay for it.
Well, it's part of the reason they want you to come in for the testosterone for blood work, because they know that when they put you on oral, that
No,
it
it's
can
not
cause
because I
heart
already did the
attacks and
blood
stuff
work.
like that.
No, it's because I already did the blood work.
Oh, you go in regularly for that part of it.
What?
Yeah, it's literally a controlled substance. My dad had T loss when he hit his mid 40s, and same thing. Had to go in person every time that he had to go and get it because he had to take a big ass fucking needle and inject it into his thigh.
Yeah,
to
I
give
had
himself
I had it
testosterone.
because of
So
too many
it's a
opiates.
sharps. Yeah, it's a sharps thing for
With-
some people.
With my kid, my stepkid, they send him a vial, or her, whatever. They send Felix a vial and syringes,
What?
so it doesn't need to be on site.
Yep.
With me,
Oh wow!
With
My
me-
doctor made me come in once a month for blood work to make sure I wasn't getting too much because it'll cause heart attacks and stuff.
oh, well, with this, it's like, let's just put it this way. There's a reason why we're telling our stories, and it's because it's a fucking trap. Here we go.
You got a boyfriend. What they gotta do with me? Perhaps you have simply forgot what you signed. Oh, honestly, did you not read the colony policy that defined you as company property? That waivers you're saying autonomy. The conglomerates got you in lock and key. We put the dollar back into idolatry. If you're upset, you can rent an apology. We are a family forged in bureaucracy. No I in teen, but there's...
Did you catch all that?
Yeah, basically telling you you're a slave to the system. Get over it.
Yes, this person is...
That's what I got out of it.
Ugh. It's yeah, this somehow, this is okay, this is promoted, this stuff right here, you're a slave to pharma forever. You signed, you did this to yourself. It's like you weren't given all the information. It sounded real good. We affirmed you too, called you stunning and brave. All that stuff. But now that you're having negative consequences, fuck you. You signed. You signed it away. But that's okay. That's culturally appropriate. That is healthy thinking. It's healthy to enslave yourself to big pharma. Do it today and do it to your kids. That's where we are, really. Oh, I know, trying so hard to look like an anime character. Okay, are you guys ready for some fucking blatant misogyny? This is supposed to be
Let's do it.
Okay. Now, this is supposed to be funny because it came from my husband, all right? And for some reason, my timer's not going off, but whatever. We're at 8:48, so we've got like, what is it? Is it 12 minutes
About
left?
10 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
thank you.
to hop out. So thank you,
Wait a
Kevin,
minute.
and every. Oh, okay.
You don't want to catch the joke part?
I will catch the joke part.
Okay,
Hit me
so
with the punchline.
Here's the misogyny. Okay, right here. Here we have female, XX, okay? Notice the chromosome length, okay? Over here we have X and Y. Notice the Y expression of the chromosome. Notice how much of it is missing. Okay, here comes the misogynistic part. Ladies, I am so sorry to tell you, 75% of this X chromosome is neuroses. Men don't have that. It's a joke. is a
I love
joke.
your super intellectual punchlines, Kevin. That was fucking hilarious.
Did you like that?
That's crazy.
So I guess they're right. Trannies who are detransitioning are nothing but fucking misogynists. It's like, so there we go. All right. Thank you,
451, you
45.
have a good day.
Hey, you guys too. See you later.
We'll see you in a bit. All right, and to finish off today's oh, there's the twinkle. All right, that means we have 10 minutes left. To finish off today's glorious journey through bullshit. Here, look at George Takei's doppelganger. This is so sad. This is, I mean, okay, maybe I shouldn't say shit. You guys can make your own judgments. You're all adults here. Here you go.
Top surgery and incision shape. All these are possible. And remember, your aesthetic is really important here. So don't be afraid to make your wishes known. I have some patients that want the straight incision right across the chest because they want the shortest. My personal favorite is the one that follows the edge of the pectoralis. Then there's some guys that want the hockey stick. They think it makes the chest look more masculine. And then finally, I get an occasional request for this diagonal incision across the chest. Now, if your chest is really close together, you may need a big long incision across the top. Now, I'm drawing this backwards and upside down, but it will follow roughly the shape of the chest, and then you'll connect the incisions with a gentle curve.
That dude is selling
top surgery.
He sells incision shapes. It's for the aesthetics and the cosmetic aspects of it. You'll never have a masculine looking chest with any of those incisions. All you'll have is a I don't know, maybe tomorrow I can show you guys what areola and nipple surgery looks like and what the outcomes are, like what the best case scenarios are. They never turn out properly. My step kid, after the top surgery, decided to go and take off the top and parade around the house with the surgical scars, and I was like, please put some clothes on, not only because you're my step kid, but because that doesn't look right. It was just, how am I supposed to stop my face from going ugh when I see something like that? It's like ugh.
Yep.
I don't know how anyone could ugh.
Hey, Kevin, I heard you say you was going to get your hair cut soon.
Yes,
when
Friday.
you plan on doing that?
Friday.
Right on. I may go get mine done too.
All right, so
I
let's
know
see.
we ain't in the same location, so we can't go to the same salon, but
no.
Yeah, I go to the beauticians to get my hair done. So they're cute.
I have a person who does mine, and she is going to be very surprised by my request. And I'm okay with that. All right, let's see what happened here. We've got
High and tight.
I won't be going high and tight, but I'll definitely be going for businessman casual. Let's see, 8:53. We've got 7 minutes left. Let's find out what the fuck happened.
When I came out, there were bodies on the floor. There was shattered glass, broken cups, people crying. It's a place of welcome, a place of peace, a place for us to be ourselves. And now look.
You're acting, sir, like none of us have ever been to a gay bar.
Top
and,
surgery.
I will say that, wow. I mean, it's a shame that people died. However, it is not a holy place. It is not a place of reverence. It is a bar. It is a place where people get fucked up and then get fucked in dark corners. And
the guy that supposedly did all the shooting was on the FBI's watch list for a attempted bombing. So none of this makes sense unless they wanted him to do it. because he never got charged for the bombing.
Well, that's something that we're gonna have to like look into, because if he was indeed on a watch list, then he shouldn't have been out in public. And
It was on CNN, MSNBC, and a couple others that he was on their FBI watch list, and they goofed.
Club Q has been the heart of our community for so long, and I am devastated and angered that this happened. Well, what else happened at Club Q? Let's go take a look at which state was this? Colorado?
Colorado Springs at that.
Yeah,
Which is a rough place to
Colorado.
begin with.
Let's see, I just want... Night Flow, okay, give me your website. Birthday, independent reviews, let me see. Let me go look at your Club Q online. Let me go and see what your lineup was like. Club Q will be closed until further notice, so we don't actually get a listing of the events which used to happen at Club Q. Not like other clubs where they typically show the venues, like the strippers, the drag shows, all that other stuff. Looking for club buddies? Sure. Since we have a little bit of time before 45-1 actual. Let's see, can we go and get our club buddies? Oh, okay. Club buddies will be closed today, November 20th. I don't know what the hell that is or how to close it. Alright, that's how you do it. Alright, so what are we doing here? So we've got a lot of sexiness. It's a private men's club. Well, it's nice that Club Q...
Did you notice the pricing info in there?
Where? Oh, pricing info. Let's see. An active membership is required to enter club. It's a sex club. It's got lockers, single rooms, double rooms, and communion. So it's Club Q was...
It's an orgy club.
It's an orgy club. Well, maybe Club Q wasn't an orgy club, but they're connected to an orgy club. So it's a private club for gay and bisexual men. Okay, so it's very exclusive to a certain clientele. All right, so maybe someone went in there and got shut up because they went over to Club Buddies, and yeah. Stunning and brave. Okay, yep. Let's feel...
Maybe somebody got forced to do something they didn't want to and retaliated.
Maybe, I mean, who knows? Who knows? We're not supposed to look into it. Don't
It
ask
happens
questions.
on both sides of the spectrum.
Yep, don't ask questions,
It ain't
though.
like, oh yeah, I forgot. When you ask questions, you're a terrorist or something like that nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, you're definitely a bigot. If you ask any questions and try to like dig into this, you're definitely a bigot. All right, so.
Okay, oh, go ahead. I have a question.
Into the last 2 minutes, what's up?
Is it common for a normal gay male that has straight friends to try to hit on them?
Is it common for a gay male who has straight friends to what?
Hit on them.
Is it common for a gay male who has straight friends to hit on them? I don't believe so. I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't.
I used to have a gay best friend, and one night after a very hard drinking night, I woke up to him trying to molest me, and that's why I was asking, because after that we were...
That's a rapist.
After that we were no longer friends.
Yeah, that's not a friend, that's a rapist.
Yeah. Well, I gave him 30 seconds to get up out the house before he ended up in a ditch, so...
Yeah, that's...
Because I felt very, very violated.
Yeah, that is violation. That's yeah, and they'll try to defend that shit and say, oh, you know, they'll try to rationalize that shit. No, that shit's fucking rape. That's rape. There's no fucking
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, someone tried to rape you. That's what happened. I'm so sorry.
Oh, joy.
Oh, All right, with
That's what
that.
broke me. No. I was 23 years old, but he broke me.
Oh.
But yeah, I was just curious I was thinking about that this weekend. I was like, you would know.
I
Possibly.
know what a predator is, and that's a predator.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, well, what a very interesting note to leave off on. We're going on over to 45-1 Actual's Big Dick Energy Brigade radio show at this time. I have dropped the link. Y'all, we'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless. Have a great day, and we'll catch you then.
Stay blessed, you guys. Love y'all.
Giggity.
That just made me laugh. Just out of nowhere.